I'd like to welcome Karden Rabin, a nervous system medicine practitioner. He'll be guiding us to experience the underlying states beneath our uncomfortable sensations. So thank you, Karden.
Thank you for having me. In this exercise, when you're exploring the nervous system and the embodied aspects of pain, pain is really just the tip of the iceberg. Pain is what the brain is producing as a result of a lot of other experiences it's having relating to safety, possibly relating to emotional repression, and other forms of internal struggle that the mind and body is dealing with, which the pain is, again, it's the capstone of, but we have to get to what's underneath that to really start creating shifts. And so in today's exercise, we're not going to use a lot of words. We're not going to talk about it too much. We're going to get into the body and help you discover what else might be going on other than just the pain and what we can do to help our pain when we tend to what's underneath rather than just what's on the surface. All right. So my invitation is for you to close your eyes and settle into this moment. And to steer your attention towards your body. This doesn't necessarily mean shifting anything, breathing differently. You can definitely make yourself comfortable, but we're not trying to change anything. We're trying to take a Polaroid, a snapshot, getting a sense of what's going on right now. And for this exercise, I would invite you to bring your attention to the area of pain or the area of tension that you are hoping to learn how to heal. This should not be an unfamiliar place to you. The feeling of pain is probably common. The feeling of restriction is common. But again, those are just the top notes of what's going on. And what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can expand this and see what else we can learn and potentially shift. And as your attention is there, I want to bring an image to mind. The Hawaiian Islands are a chain of volcanoes. They are islands that have been built up by volcanic magma till they pierce the surface of the water, and then they become visible. I want you to think of the pain and the sensations that you can feel most easily are the peaks of those volcanoes coming above the water. But those peaks are just a small component of what really is a massive underwater mountain. And not only that, those peaks are part of a chain. They're part of a mountain range. And I want you to invite into your attention to expand your awareness behind the specific area of pain that you're focused on and broaden it. And see what you can feel in terms of sensation, perhaps tension, perhaps tingling, perhaps burning, perhaps gripping, beyond just the area you usually focus on. You might be surprised, even impressed, that as you allow yourself to do that, you realize that the area of your body that is in a stressful response, that is in a form of tension, that is repressing actually a large amount of energy, is bigger than you imagine. And giving yourself another moment to just really map that, to realize that perhaps the pain in your low back actually is larger than you think. It radiates into hips or it goes up the spine. To imagine that perhaps the pain that you feel in your pelvic floor extends into your legs, or it actually goes up into your belly and your chest. These maps can be big. And you might be noticing some activation, some energy as you do that, because there is a lot of stuff here. Our pain is never happening for no reason. And so keeping your attention where it is, take a slow, deep breath from your pelvic floor through your core to the crown, letting it out with a sigh, allowing yourself to just release a little bit of the energy that you might be tuning into. And in addition to pain, to tension, to energy, I invite you to imagine what you're feeling is like a PIXAR character, a cartoon character, that it's some kind of creature. And if your area of pain and tension and concentrated energy was a creature, was a PIXAR character, what would its facial expression be? What mood is this tension, this pain, this concentration of energy in? And let yourself notice what comes up. You may find that it's frustrated. You may find that it's sad. You might feel the urge to do something that has some force or strength to it, or you might feel that you want to cry. You might feel that you want to run away, that you're scared. Now you're beginning to get into some of the more detailed information, more of the truth of how the brain and body are trying to manage reactions inside that it doesn't know what to do with pain. Allow yourself to notice the emotion, notice the energy charge. And emotion wants to be energy in motion. It wants to move in some capacity. It's not meant to be stuck. It's not meant to be restricted in the area that you've mapped so well. And I invite you to allow it, that creature, that metaphor that we're tying into, I want you to allow it to decide how it wants to express itself. It might want to take an in-breath and let out a sound of some kind, like a sigh or maybe a growl. It might want to move your body a little bit or move itself. But this time, instead of us using movement to try to loosen ourselves up, this area of energy, this area of intensity is deciding how it wants to move you to move itself. And in addition to whatever expression is happening through breath, sound, or movement, I also invite you to see if the energy that's inside that map you contoured, can it spread within you? So if this intensity, this tension, this pain, this energy is usually concentrated in your pelvic floor, can you allow it to spread, perhaps into your legs, your belly, your chest? Can you allow more of your body to help this area by spreading the restriction inside? It's almost as if you're spreading water in a paper towel. We'll stay with this a little bit longer, keeping attention and intention on the area that we've tuned into. And again, the invitation is to feel what the emotion, the energy wants to do, and allow it to mobilize either through breath, sound, movement, or internal spreading. can we invite the brain and body into an experience where it no longer has to constrict, repress, contain, lock what it fears into your area of pain? And can we realize that, in fact, we don't have to be afraid? This experience doesn't have to be trapped, and that it can express and move and will be safe and okay. We're going to bring it in for a landing in a moment, taking a nice deep breath from pelvic floor through core to crown. And exhale. Feel the weight of your body. Feel your bones. Feel your hips and your legs and the ground beneath you. Allowing your energy to settle after having it mixed up through the practice. And allow yourself to notice what has shifted for you as a result of this awareness, connection, and mobilization. How do you feel in the specific area of pain or tension? How do you feel in your whole body? What's shifted? What's not shifted and could be an area to revisit again? Make note of that. And last but not least, smile in appreciation for yourself, for trying something new, for your commitment to learning how to heal. And then slowly open your eyes. Come back to the here and now. Thank you for participating.
Beautiful. Feeling more energy in the body, feeling more in contact with everything that's active. And we have a lot of gratitude for you, Karden. Thank you for guiding us today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you, Michael.